Hey guys, it's Holly and welcome on back to Portal Nights. Now, a few of you have been asking if I could do a building tutorial, so that is what we are going to try and do today. We need to make a house for our little Utan buddies down here. So what I have done is I have run around and I have collected a whole heap of blocks and things. We also got some decorations and some ornaments and things like that we can place into this house. Now, I wanted to sort of match this house here a little bit because I don't want it to look kind of funny sitting side by side and they look nothing alike. So I have placed my starter block here, which is level with those walls over there. And what I'm thinking is we are probably going to build a little bit of a garage on the side of it as well. And maybe that's where we can park our wagon because we obviously don't have any cars in this game. So this is where we will be starting from. Now, because I am going to do a garage, I don't actually think it should be high off the ground. So what I might do is I might actually dig out 4 little dirt blocks here, and I'm going to place in some ruined stone because this is going to be what I'm going to build our driveway out of. So I think that looks pretty good like that, and we are going to go with one of these stone doors as our garage door. I mean, we could always do 2 wide, but I think if I did that, it's possibly going to take up too much room. So that is completely up to you if you want a 2-door garage or just a 1-door garage. So now what I am going to do is I'm just going to place blocks right the way around this door because this is going to be the starting point for our little shed garage. And there we have it. All right, so from here, I am going to go back 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we are going to run across 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Awesome stuff. From here, we are going to go back 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Awesome stuff. Now I'm going to come back to the other side of our garage. I figure it's probably going to be a little bit easier to line up the back if we do it this way. So we're just coming out 8 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then from here, I'm actually going to go across 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking us right to the edge of our moat. Now we are going back 16 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And one more should line us up. So that is 16 back. And let's see how far along the back here it actually is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. If we count that last block, it will be 24. So this is the shape I am working with. I thought a bit of an L shape could look pretty good. We are going to have a bit of a porch or a veranda out the front here. So what I am going to do now is I am just going to go up 4 blocks in all the corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to do that in every corner. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good so far. I will need to get some wood blocks. So let's bring this down. We're going to use this for our porch. Now, I'm just trying to work out how wide I actually want my porch because I'm hoping that we can place down maybe a little table, somewhere for them to sit out here. I think that could be kind of nice. So I think we'll probably come out 5. I think that's going to look pretty good. And then I'm just going to run this right the way back along to the garage like so. And fill all of this in. And I might actually just come out here as well just so then it all looks like it's sort of symmetrical. I think it would have looked a bit funny if I had left that out. So we are going to now place another 4 blocks here of the white. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually think it's gray concrete block, but anyhow, you know what I mean. So this is going to be the front of our house. Now, I do wish that we had some stairs, but obviously stairs aren't available to us in this game, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that's all right. We are going to be able to do this just fine. And I think I'm also going to block in this back part of the garage as well. And maybe we might place a door here so you can get in and out of the garage from the inside as well. I think that would probably make some sense. So we will need a front door here. So let's go see what door options I have available. Now, I've just been collecting random stuff from all over the place. So this house could look a little bit higgledy-piggledy with all the stuff we put in here, but hopefully it comes out pretty good. So we have this wooden door, or we had the door with the metal around the outside. I actually like the look of this wooden door, so maybe we might use this one. And let's go place that up here so we can see where we are working from. So we're just gonna place that one there, like so. There probably is actually enough room to place a double door if you wanted to do that. But I think just a single door is probably going to be enough for this house. So we are going to want to put some windows across the front here. So what I might do is I might just take this up 1 block all the way along, and then we're going to get some windows and see what they look like along here. See how many we can actually place down without it looking too funny. Now I actually just had to go make up some windows because I didn't realize I didn't actually have any. So let's have a look here. I'm not sure if I want to go windows right the way along or if we should leave a gap. Let's see. Is that going to be... Oh, it's actually perfect for windows right the way along. Huh. Well, I think that's actually going to look pretty good. So we might stick with that. We're going to go 5 windows right the way across the front. And I might actually just block this all in with my gray stone block. So let's just do that. This house is actually coming along pretty quickly. I'm liking the way this is looking so far. So I'm going to come out across to the front of our veranda here, or porch. I don't really know what you guys call it. It can be called a number of things. So I'm just we're just gonna fill this front area in here, I think. Let's go back like that. I think that looks pretty good. This is going to be our area that they can come sit at. And I don't really know if I like the way the wood looks on the white. So maybe I might get rid of that there in the corner and place down a white block there. That looks more like the stone is actually supporting the roof as opposed to it just sitting on the wood. And I'm also thinking that maybe we should probably put another one of these in somewhere, but I'm not terribly sure. I did also grab some stone railing. So we're going to place that around the outside here of the porch. I think that could look quite good. So we're gonna go one there. I will need to get a smaller one to be able to place next to it though. Let's see, how many of these are we going to use? Maybe we might use 3 across the front, like so. And then I think I'm actually going to run up another cement beam here. And I'll probably take out that wood block at the bottom there again as well. So get rid of you. You can get out of here, thank you. And we are going to place another cement beam there. Yeah, I think it's coming along nicely so far. So we are just going to fill in this entire area at this stage. Maybe we might change it, but right now I'm just going to fill it in. Now, unfortunately, it has gotten quite dark, so what I have done is I have just dug out the ground in the garage and also just dug out our driveway. Now, I am just going to go ahead and fill this all with ruined stone, and then hopefully in the morning we will get started on the house a bit more. Alright, so the sun is finally coming back up. So all I did was I dug this entire area out, and I also dug out the interior of our garage, and I paved it all, I suppose. I placed down all this ruined stone block, and this is going to be our driveway, when this is going to be where we are going to store our little wagon. It would be pretty cool if we did actually have some horses or something like that in the game, so then we could have like a horse-drawn wagon. That'd be really, really cool. So let's just flip that guy around, and I think we're gonna place that one there. It isn't quite in the middle, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I would need to make the whole garage bigger in order to have it in the middle. So, I think we're just gonna leave it like that. It's not bugging me too much right now. Because if I make it any bigger, then we're not actually going to be able to place a window in the center of this wall, which is what I had kind of planned to do. So, unfortunately, wagon, you were parked in there a little bit skew-if, but that is alright. We'll close the doors and not think about the wagon again for the moment. Now, in here, I'm not really too sure how I actually want to set it out. So, I'm thinking maybe we could have like a kitchen, dining, lounge room maybe, and we also will probably have a bedroom down here. So what I am thinking is I might actually do like a checkered flooring. So like one coal block, one of the grey stone. I'll show you exactly what I am talking about. So let's have a look here, and then we're going to place the grey stone in like that. And so it looks a bit like a checkered board. I think that could look pretty good. I might just go ahead and do that. Alright, so that is all the grey blocks done. Now I will go ahead and add in all the coal in all the spaces that I have missed. Alright, so this is going to be our kitchen, dining, and living room. So what I'm thinking is I actually would like to do another bedroom up above the garage as well. And this here is probably going to be divided into 2 bedrooms. So because we have 3 guys. So what I am thinking in the bedroom is we might actually have some nice wooden flooring for them. So I'm just going to go ahead and just place down just all the wood flooring. So this area here that I have left open is also 7 wide. So if you're wondering how big the floor area out there is, it is just less 7. Alright, so that is the area that we have for the 2 bedrooms. Now I am just going to run a line of this grey stone block down the center, which is right where I'm standing, I believe. Let me double check how far along this actually is. So the center would be on the 9th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Does that look... Yeah, that looks like that's in the middle. Awesome stuff. So I'm just going to run a wall along here so we know exactly where those 2 bedrooms are going to be. Now, I do also want to build on top. So we are going to need a bit of a stairway here. So how are we going to place down the stairs without completely barricading in those bedrooms? Now I will just take 2 of these blocks out on both sides because that is going to be where our doors will go. So just get rid of those 2 like so. And our stairs can go here somewhere. Let's do a little 4 there. And take that up 3 high. like so. I think that should be high enough. I am hoping. And then we're just going to bring this out like stairs. Like that. And then if we need, we can always just place another one going up onto the roof. So I think that's the right height. I believe that is the right height for the ceiling. And I can always just get rid of these here to make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. All right, so that is going to be our little stairway as to how we actually get upstairs. Now, what I might go ahead and do is I'm actually just going to fill all the walls in with that gray stone block. So we got a bit of a better idea exactly how this is all going to look and where we are going to put windows and everything like that. So I'm just gonna quickly run around and do that. Alright, so that is our house with all the walls up so far. Now, what I am thinking for the ceiling is I might actually go in one and then up one, if that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna go right the way around at a higher level. So then we still don't lose any room inside. I don't want it to feel cramped when we're walking around in there. So we are going to go up one block higher to put the ceiling down. So I'm just going to run around and do the ceiling. Alright, so that's the outside of the ceiling done. And I think I might actually use these large stone brick blocks to fill in the center. Alright, so here is how it's looking so far. I did go ahead and place down a whole heap of wood for the ceiling just above our porch, and I placed down all the large brick blocks as our ceiling up here. Now, I do also want to place another bedroom up here. So what I'm thinking is maybe where the porch joins is where we might actually build another room. So I'm going to go up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. And then I'll do it again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that should be pretty good. Now on the sides of these, oh, I should have thought about that before I actually did it. On the side of here, I want to actually place another block because I want it to come out a bit like a triangle at the top. So we need to place another one of those just on the side here. This could be a little bit tricky to get it to go where I want it to. There. Yes. Yep, I think that's gonna look good. So let's get back up here. I'm gonna go 1 across, 1 up, 1 across, 1 up, and then do the same thing on the other side. 1 across, 1 up, 1 across, 1 up. Awesome. So we have a little bit of a triangle peak coming up. Now, I think that's going to look pretty good because what I'm thinking for the main roof is I want it to all slope backwards. So, and I'm also thinking maybe we could use some of these blue bricks here. I think that could look pretty good. I don't know. We are just winging it here. I'm faking it till I make it at the moment. So let's go ahead and start placing this down and seeing what that looks like. So I am literally just going to go all the way across here, and I'm going to go up 1 level each time until eventually the roof is like a big staircase, I suppose. There we are. So all I have done is I have literally run straight up like a big staircase and joined these 2 roofs together. So where it went to the triangle, I have just come out along here until the 2 roofs are at the same height, because I think that's probably going to look the best. I don't think one roof being a lot taller than the other is probably going to look very good. So I will actually just sneak on in here and place down some white gray blocks, some gray stone blocks to make this like a wall in here. And then with this little bit of an area here, I think I'm just actually going to take this up as a wall. And hopefully it's gonna look alright. I didn't actually consider this little spot here when I was doing the roof. I'm not too sure how that's going to look now. But if it doesn't look any good, we can always try and figure that out. No, I think it's going to look okay. I think once the roof is fully on and we have finished that top room, I think it's probably still going to look okay. So I'm going to have to carry on building this room up here. So all I'm going to do, I think, is I might actually wrap this right the way around. So how many is that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are going to have a bit of a problem where our stairs are. So we may actually need to move them. Move them over just a little bit because I'm going to run this wall right the way along here, which is going to block those guys off. So I will actually go inside and see if we can place the stairs in a better location. Just quickly run this right the way around like so. Now, let's have a look at our stairs. It is awfully dark in here. Let's get out our torch and have a bit of a look around. So this is the inside of our house so far. I did go ahead and place a little bed down as well because it was getting continuously dark and it was starting to bug me. So let's actually just go ahead and place a few torches down just randomly. They're not going to stay there. It's just to lighten up this area a little bit while I work out what we are going to do with our stairs. So we are probably just going to need to move them over 2 blocks, I think. So let's chop this bit out here. Thank you. And I might actually... Can I get away with that if we had it going up there, maybe? We might bump our head. I'm not sure. So maybe we might actually take this whole top level off. And I am going to try... Let's have a look. Let's see if we can actually run these along here instead. If that is going to be... feasible. Can we get up here and not bump our head and still get upstairs? Yes, we can. Awesome, awesome stuff. So I will actually just go ahead and cover this hole in here because we're not going to need that there anymore. So let's get rid of that one. Awesome stuff. So our stairs are functional where they are. That is fabulous. All right, I was a little bit worried then. I was hoping that wasn't going to be too much of an issue. Now I have actually run out of blue blocks, which is a bit of a bummer. I do need them so we can finish up our roof. So what do I actually need to be able to craft more of those blue concrete blocks? So I need some stone and I need some electro quartz. So I'm gonna go around and make up a whole heap more of those. So I went and made up a whole heap more blue blocks, and all I have done is exactly like we did at the front. I have just made a bit of like a running up stairway. Now for the front bit here, we're going to have to try to wrap this around. So this is going to be a little bit trickier because of this front room here. So let's bring that around in an L shape like so. And I'm gonna have to do the same with this bottom piece here. Run that around there. Awesome. And come out from here around like I did for the top part. So this bit is a little bit trickier just because I didn't actually factor in this little side bit when I was designing the roof. I didn't think of this bit here. So we should be able to go one more back and one more up. And hopefully this should all line up. If I don't place it in the wrong spot, that is, like a silly. So this here is actually all going to line up now. Awesome stuff. So what I am going to do with this bit in the middle here is I'm actually just going to go ahead and fill this all in. So the very top of the house is just going to be flat. Alright, so that is our roof complete. Now what I'm thinking is I'm actually going to go across with the grey block, and I'm actually going to extend this out just another 2. So on the end here, we are just going to go out another 2 right the way along to give it like a little bit of a capping on the edge of the house. Also make it so it has a little bit of overhang, and I think it's going to look pretty good. There we are. So I think that looks pretty good so far. I'm really happy with the way this is turning out. Alright, so we gotta now work out what we are going to do inside, where we are going to place windows and furniture and things like that. So let's have a look up here. We do also need to work out if we are going to leave this as a big open space, or if I'm going to divide this up into rooms as well. I'm not terribly sure yet. So I do have a few blocks here and there that I've misplaced though, so I will pick all of those up. Now, I might actually... I'm debating on whether or not I want to place a window here, or if I want to place another door. Maybe we might go, I might actually use the blue blocks that I have left. I'm gonna run them along the bottom like so, and then I'm wondering, can I fit 2 of these on top of one another? I don't actually know if it's gonna let me do that. It may not. Let's see, what if I get rid of this stuff up the top here? Can I place 2 windows on top of each other? Huh. Doesn't look like I can. Darn, that would have looked quite good. Now, it doesn't actually seem to want to let me place it there. I can place it there. What if I rotate it round? Will that sit further to the front? It will. So we got 1 coming forward and then 1 going back. So I'm going to have to... That was the wrong block there. It should be the white ones on the end. My bad, my bad. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is probably being quite painful to watch. Like I said, I'm not used to doing this all on camera with you. So it's been quite tricky for me. So let's place that one underneath like so. Yeah, I think that could look pretty good. And then we will just get these white blocks and run them on the inside of there as well. I think that should look pretty good. Let's have a look from down here so we can get a bit more of a vision in our head. I think that's actually going to look pretty good. I'm going to remove those blue blocks though. I don't think the blue blocks look any good there, but I do actually need to go craft more grey stone blocks. Alright, so I crafted up all the stone blocks that we are going to need, and I also got a few more of the blue stone blocks, but this roof is actually kind of bugging me how it's lopsided on both sides, so I'm gonna try and fix it. So it looks like it's 1 back from this wall, and then it goes on a diagonal upwards. So that is what I'm going to try and do. We're going to see if we can actually fix this wall here so it looks the same as the other side, because it is actually starting to bug me. I didn't mind at first, but now I'm looking at it. I think it's going to look a lot better if we go ahead and fix it. So let's see if I can get that done. So let's have a look at that. I'm hoping it looks much better. It certainly does. That looks like 110 times better than what it did before. Oh, I'm so glad. It was actually starting to bug me a little bit that it was wrong, and I couldn't figure out how I was going to fix it. So I am just going to run this one along the bottom here as well. So it all sort of lines up with our pergola. That should look like it's flush now, right the way around. Quickly check that out. Yes, that's going to look so much better once I cap the ends of this blue bit here as well. I just got to go out 2 wide with the white, and then this is all done. And there we have it. It looks so much better. All right, I do also want to place down a window over here, But I'm not really too sure if I'm going to use the big windows or if I'm going to use a couple of those little windows. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let's dig some of this stuff out. We could use the 4x4 window that we have in the front, or we could actually use some of those thinner windows. Let's just block that up a little bit. I took too much out. Now, do we want to use these little ones? Oh, I don't actually have any of the bigger ones on me. So, looks like we will be using these little ones. And we could always place, seeing as they're skinnier, we could actually place 3 in here. I think that's probably gonna look pretty good if I can get it to line up. There we are. Yeah, I think we might actually go for a third. I'm going to place this on the end of the other 2. It actually wouldn't look too bad if we went down below, but I think we might just put a third one next to the other 2 and call it a day for windows, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's going to look pretty good there, I think. Yep, I'm happy with that. All right, so we really need to get onto the interior. Now, I'm not sure if you guys want to do this with me or if you want me to just go ahead and do it. I'm not 100% sure just yet. Also, what I was thinking on the roof here is I might actually do a bit of a skylight. I'm just going to take out all the blocks 4 in from the edges. So I'm going to leave 2 white blocks and 2 blue blocks. And what I'm thinking is I've got all these dungeon grates here. And it could look pretty good and also give us a fair bit of light in here if we actually use these dungeon grates. So let's have a look. So we want to use these guys here and I want to try and line them up. Now, if you're not careful, they will actually switch directions that they're facing. So try to get them to line up nicely. I think that's gonna look pretty good once that's all done. Oh my goodness. All right, so the skylight is nearly done and I've actually just realized how long I have already been recording for. So what I think I might do, that is the house complete. What I might do is I think I'm going to go ahead and do all the interior design and things like that. And I'm going to come back and show you guys how I did all of the inside. And then you guys can always go ahead and just do it however you like. I'm just going to place a wall here, I think. And yeah, put up some decorations and things like that. And then I'm going to show you the end result. Alright, so here we are. This is our kitchen, dining, living room. So we have some pots and pans and things like that over here. Tried to make it look like they're actually cooking over a fire. I did also place down some blue blocks over here to make it look like it was some water in the sink. We also have a dining table and things like that over here. In here, we just have some basic bedrooms. I've just got a bed and a wardrobe. Nothing too fancy in there at all. I didn't actually leave myself much room in the bedrooms. Then up here we have a bit of a trophy room. So these are from the most recent bosses that we have actually encountered. So I thought they looked pretty cool up here. We also have a bit of a fancy bed up here as well. So whoever gets this room definitely has the best room in the house. So I think this looks pretty cool. And then if we come out the front, we have our little porch where we can sit down and maybe have a cup of tea or a cup of juice. But I think I'm actually gonna have to leave this episode here today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all again soon. All right, thanks guys. Bye.